everybody, it's Jenny, and today I'll be sharing a card using the Stamp and Die of the Month from Not Too Shabby, and this month's stamp is called An Elegant Christmas, and you'll see I totally went Halloween with it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the main girl image from the stamp set and stamp that out with some tumbled glass Distress Oxide onto some Neenah cardstock. And the reason I stamped her out in blue is because when I seen this image, it reminded me of one of my favorite movies, Corpse Bride. And since we're getting closer to Halloween, I thought it would be really cool to put a spooky twist on this Christmas stamp and color it in to look like Emily from the movie. I picked out a handful of different blues from my Copic markers that I thought matched the reference photo pretty well, and I went ahead and colored in my image. I also added in a couple extra details to make the character look more like Emily, and that is the flower crown and veil, as well as the ribs that show through her dress because she is not quite alive anymore. I also colored up some butterflies, which make more sense if you've seen the movie, but I'm going to add those to the card as well. So here I'm starting on my background by creating a mask using a circle die so that I can make a moon, and I'm pulling in a piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock so I can do some ink blending. Next, I'm just going to trim down my paper to slightly bigger than A2 size. And then I'm going to add my mask to the cardstock. Next, I'm going to bring in tumbled glass, chipped sapphire, and black soot distress oxides to create my background. Once my background is nice and blended, I'm going to remove the mask, and then because the dyes are still wet, I'm going to just bring in a smaller blending brush and pull in some of that color into the white space where my moon is to add some texture. Then I'm going to bring in a stitched rectangle A2 size die and trim out my panel. Then I'm going to start playing around with the placement of my images. I decide to bring in a piece of black cardstock to create the ground so my character isn't just floating. I'm going to bring in the tumbled glass Distress Oxide again and go ahead and just ink the edge of that so it looks like the light from the moon is reflecting on the ground. I thought my background sky needed a little something extra, so I added the mask back onto my moon and then just brought in some glimmer mist and sprayed that across the panel. Next, I brought back in my stitch rectangle die so that I could add the stitching across the bottom of my ground piece. Then I brought in the stamp set again, and I really like the Believe in Magic sentiment, and I'm just playing around with the placement, and then I'm going to stamp that in some VersaFine Clear Black ink and heat emboss that with some clear embossing powder. Next, once everything is ready to go, I'm just going to start gluing it all down. For the last step, I just went ahead and added my card panel to an A2 size white card base. And that's my final card. I love how it turned out. I love how shimmery it is. And I just love this girl image from the set. I think it's the perfect focal point for any card, whether it's a Christmas card or for Halloween. And if you haven't seen the movie Corpse Bride, I highly recommend it. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Bye.